Every year, hundreds of people go missing in national parks in America. Part 1. The disappearance of Maurice Dametz on April 29th, 1981. 84-year-old Reverend Maurice Doc Dametz went on a trip with a friend, David Mcsherry, to search for topaz near the Topaz Point picnic area, Devil's Head, Colorado, in the Pike National Forest. The area is in Douglas County. Maurice loved to go rock hunting near Rampart Range Road with friend David Mcsherry. He had disappeared on April 29th, 1981, near Devil's Head Lookout, Pike National Forest, Colorado. Doc was last seen rock hunting near Rampart Range Road with his friend, who was no more than 50 yards away. David checked on Maurice and told him they were going to return home in about 15 minutes. Later, when he returned to take him to the car, he had vanished. He has not been seen since, and nothing has been found, even after 4 decades. Who was Maurice Dametz? Reverend Dametz was born on June 24, 1896, in Blue Rapids, Kansas. He was educated at Hastings College in Hastings, Nebraska, and then went on to study at Denver Bible College. He studied at the National Bible College in Wichita, Kansas. Doc also had a keen interest in gems and minerals and was a member of the American Federation of Mineral Societies, but had many physical ailments such as arthritis and blood issues, but often went rock hunting with a friend who helped him in moving around to his dig sites, as he could not walk well on his own. Rampart Range Road is a 38.4 mile long unpaved road that travels through the forest crest of Rampart Range. That day, on April 29th, 1981, Maurice was wearing a white baseball cap, a maroon plaid flannel shirt, brown ankle-high work boots. Since he was in poor health, he needed help from Mcsherry to get to his dig spot. That was a small sandy pit close to Rampart Range Road. Mcsherry left Doc to find his own spot that was about 50 yards away. After about 2 hours of digging around, Mcsherry walked over to see Doc to tell him it was time to drive home, and he returned to his own pit to clean up and collect his tools. And when he walked back to Doc about 15 minutes later, Doc was gone. There was no sign of his tools. It was as if something had taken Doc and his tools, all of them. Surprised because Doc could not make it there on his own, he checked back at their car, honked the horn a few times, but there was no response. He was nowhere to be found. The site where Maurice was last seen was not disturbed or anything, other than the small pit that he was digging. Crucially, there was no sign of a struggle in the dirt and no blood to be found, indicating that he had not been attacked by a wild animal. David flagged down a motorist on Rampart Range Road. By around 11 p.m. that night, the Douglas County Sheriff had been notified. For the following 5 days, the area was searched thoroughly by grid patterns, but there was no sign of Doc. The search dogs could not even pick up a scent. It was like he had just vanished into thin air. Some of Doc's family members have suggested that it may have been foul play, and requesting more assistance in finding him, requesting a more extensive investigation in the area. But nothing was ever found or ever discovered, and Maurice was officially declared dead in 1990 after being missing for 9 years.